We got to get on a subject that a lot of people are not talking about, but I think we should be open about. I love sitting down with other writers and creative people because if you ask the right question at the right time, they're going to let you inside the process of their art moving through them and out here to the rest of us receiving it via the flat screen, through a book, or through their music. But we got to talk about this. And one of the things that we have to talk about is the way that we dream. Bits and pieces. That's all that my mind could generate all night last night. Just bits and pieces of dreams. Shattered dreams. Nothing made sense. I mean, you've got to be the same way. They're just everywhere. They're in every place. And they come in little doses. What begins so early into the night, the narrator or inner voice, do you have one of those? It feels like it's got to step in and calm down the anxiety, to set free the creative monsters starving for late night attention. But what would they create? That's always my thing. Okay, you have me awake. What do you want? Is there something that you need? To sit on these pages for hours can easily lead to a writer's burnout. When you have nothing to say is when the beast is going to win. And as long as you're asking questions and facing the fight with trust and faith, the darker side of creativity wants no part of that. Do 100% to your unveiling of the image. Now, I had to answer the question a few years back. Why do I write? Why do I feel this need? And what came out of the nib of the writing instrument was I write, W-R-I-T-E, to write, R-I-G-H-T. I write, to create space, to build upon while carefully examining the deeper side of what I see beneath the surface of me. Do you ever go there? Go into the surface of you? Go beneath? Go search? Go seek? Go discover? Go fade away? Do you go inside? Or are you afraid of what's inside? Where are you? See, my thing is that I allow the crafty jolts of negative energy to find property inside my beating soul. And the reason why is because I just want to listen to the negative energy. Not so sure that's a good idea, especially when the challengers are lined up to hit me all night long. Hey, it's Arrow. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. This is the stuff, man. This is the transparency. This is what I challenge you to try to step into, through, around, and to really start listening to everything that's beneath the surface of your skin. This is The Daily Mess. And I'm not really sure how this day is going to play out. My annual physical, that's how my day started. 7 o'clock this morning. I was right there with that doctor answering questions about what? The body. Not the mind, not the soul, the body. Because you need the body in order to get everything else to work. But it just gets in the way to take care of the body. I mean, I love to work out. I mean, we really work out a lot. And we take long walks, 3-4 mile long walks. But it just seems to get in the way. Always, I need to do something else. So what are we trying to live up to? What are the expectations of a dreamer during these days of post-COVID-19? And if we're dreaming, do our dreams hurt? I come to these morning pages as a student every single morning. It's within the curves of each word that an expert would easily see where the mindset arrives from. I mean, look at the way they broke down Amber Heard at the Johnny Depp trial. It was shocking to me what that psychologist was saying and how answering questions can say a lot about you. I don't want to take that test. I think it'll change me. I don't want to change that much. But what are we doing to those that are around us? We have a certain amount of depth, but who are you letting inside? What's the story? What's the connection to all these things called reality? Are we easily blindsided by habits or creative needs? And if so, how much longer before one of us breaks? I hope not. The daily goal is to serve a greater power in ways that speak to a modern street. I am but only one, and for some reason, God likes it that way. Not a change or a challenge, only a student in daily class. Whoa! Swinging a mess right over your head? I don't think so. Maybe not all of it pertains to you. Not all of it is going to be something you can relate with. But do, if you get the opportunity, go into the Johnny Depp trial where the psychologist is talking about Amber Heard and tell me if you don't know of somebody like this, or you see yourself in the mirror. It's a great thing when other people can see things about us, but I see that as judgment. But when you start seeing it in yourself, that's where change begins. That's where you can start slipping things inside that can help soothe the pain. We all have pain. It's part of our process. It's where we get fuel. But where you're growing is something that you can change if you make the choice to listen. But then you've got to activate. And if you activate, that means change. And other people are going to say, I don't like you the way you're doing it these days. I like the old you. Then you got to make a choice. Do you want to go back to the old you? And you know what was there because they didn't spend the night with you. They didn't lay in bed with you late at night when you were wide awake going, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? But you make those changes, and then you have to have the courage to say, I am me. And this is the me I need to be. I'm Arrow, and that's the Daily Mess.